Microsoft announces 50 games that will be releasing exclusively on the Xbox Series and Xbox One consoles this year. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So the launch lineup of the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S was nothing to write home about. The fact is that there was pretty much no exclusive games at all, but that is a problem Microsoft is looking to fix in 2021, and I've said this many times before, but I don't think that you should buy a console just based on the launch lineup. You make an investment into the future and you have to look at what is in store for you down the line as well, and there is no denying that Xbox has some massive games in store: Starfield, Avowed, Hellblade 2, Fable and Forza, and that is just to name a few. And with the big Bethesda acquisition, there is no doubt that they have plenty more in store for us, but it looks like some of those games might come sooner rather than later, because Xbox just confirmed a massive list of exclusive games that will be dropping in 2021. They said in a blog post 2021 will be a fantastic year for Xbox fans. Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S have launched and we're officially going full steam ahead into the next generation of gaming. We anticipate this to be the most exciting generation yet for players and developers alike, with something for every kind of gamer. While we have so much more in store both from our talented partners and our creative teams at Microsoft, we figured that now would be the perfect time to take a closer look at the announced games that are launching as console exclusives on the Xbox Series X, S and the Xbox One. Now there is simply just too many games to list in this video, but I am going to go over the games that are my top picks for 2021, and I will also put a link down in the description for the full list of games, and I highly recommend that you go and check that out. So the following game descriptions will be taken directly from the blog post. So up first we have The Ascent, and in this game a mega corporation that owns you and everyone else, the Ascent Group, has just collapsed. Confusion and chaos ensue, security and others are in disarray, and without protection everybody is left to fend for themselves. You need to stop gangs and hostile corporations from taking over and discover what is really happening in the solo and co-op action RPG set in a cyberpunk world. This game is also developed by Neo Giant and published by Crave Digital. The Ascent will target 60 frames per second with full 4K graphics on the Xbox Series X for an amazing gameplay experience. Then up next we have The Gunk. From the creators of the SteamWorld franchise comes a completely new game. You embark on an adventure as two friends who run a small scavenging outlet, and then you travel from space rock to space rock in search of resources that can be used, harvest and sell. One day you land on a planet that looks dead from a distance, but you quickly discover that there are a slime parasite that corrupts the vibrant nature of the wildlife. You encounter terrifying enemies and challenging puzzles on your quest to unravel the mystery of this vast and exotic planet, while also trying to save it in the process. And then up next is probably the biggest Xbox game for 2021, and that will be Halo Infinite. The legendary Halo series return with the most expansive Master Chief campaign yet. When all hope is lost and humanity's fate hangs in the balance, the Master Chief is ready to confront the most ruthless foe he has ever faced. Begin anew as you step inside the armor of humanity's greatest hero to experience an epic adventure and finally explore the scale of the Halo ring itself. Halo Infinite is the most ambiguous Halo game ever made, with an environment several times larger than the last two Halo games combined. Players can explore an expansive landscape filled with sprawling natural wonder, mystery and a story that welcomes those who are new to the franchise, as well as continues Master Chief's collection for the most dedicated fans. And then we have The Medium, and this is personally a game that I am very excited about, and it releases in just over a week. In this first-person psychological horror game, you will uncover a dark mystery only a medium can solve. You travel to an abandoned communist resort and use your unique psychic ability to uncover the deeply disturbing secrets, solve dual riddling puzzles, and also survive encounters with sinister spirits and explore two realities at the same time. You delve deep into a mature and morally ambiguous story where nothing is what it seems, and everything has another side. As a medium, you can see, hear and experience more than others, and every new perspective will change your perception on what happens in the Nava resort. And then up next we have Scorn, and this is definitely another game that piqued my attention. In this atmospheric first-person horror adventure, Scorn is set in a nightmarish universe of art forms and sober tapestry. It is designed around the idea of being thrown into a world as a player that is isolated and lost inside a dreamlike setting, allowing them to explore different interconnected regions in a non-linear fashion, and every location contains its own themes and its own puzzles, characters that are integral in creating a cohesive world. Players will quickly learn that even the most unsettling environment is the character itself. But that pretty much sums up just a few of the games that you can look forward to. Like I've said, there's just so many more, too many to list and talk about in one video, so click the link down in the description and go and check everything out that Xbox has to offer in terms of announced games in 2021. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.